Hello violin players, welcome to Pro-Am Strings. I'm Henriette and in this lesson today we're practicing exercise 121 on page 34 in your book. And at the top of this exercise you can see there's a little bit of theory. So in this lesson today we're starting with a tiny amount of music theory, just for those of you who might be interested in that. If you're not, that's absolutely fine, because knowing the theory behind it may not even make you play this better. It's just getting to know a little bit more about how music works. Now you can see the two new words that are introduced here, and those two words are the tonic and the dominant. The tonic is every first note of the scale, and we're playing here in a key of G major. So the letter names of the G major scale I've written down for you here at the top. The letter names in the G major scale are G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp and G. And we can count those notes like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can see there are really 7 notes in the scale because the first and the last one are the same. But every first one is called the tonic. So the G in the G major scale, the first note is called the tonic. That's just what that word means. Sometimes it's also indicated with a Roman numeral 1, and that is the way it's written in your book there. Every note in the scale has got a function, and I'm not going to delve any deeper into that. I'm just going to tell you about the 5th note of the scale. If we count them from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're talking about the D here. The D, the 5th note in the scale, has got a very special function. This is called the dominant, and that is just a dominant note in the scale. Is very important. It pops up quite regularly in your music, shall we say. That's why it's called the dominant. Now, the dominant in itself, the D, can be the start of a new D major scale as well, and I've written that for you here. D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D. That's the D major scale. The tonic of the D major scale, in other words the first note of the D major scale, is the D. The dominant, the 5th note of the D major scale, in this case is the A. That's all that it means, the tonic and the dominant. Each of those scales can have an arpeggio, and those are just some key notes in the scale. They're the 1st, the 3rd and the 5th note of the scale that are slightly more important than the other notes of the scale. And you could play the arpeggio, and we've seen this in the past, as a sort of shortcut of a scale. It sounds very similar. It reinforces that notion that with the note G as the center of everything, and that really makes you feel aware of the atmosphere that the G major scale creates. And we can do that by playing G, B, D. This arpeggio in your book in exercise 121 are the first 2 bars G, B, D, G. Bars 3 and 4 in your book are an arpeggio on the dominant of the G major scale, on the D, and I've written it for you here. These are the letters D, F sharp and A. Now the D is an interesting note because it appears in both the G major arpeggio and in the D major arpeggio. So that is a handy note that enables me to change between the key of G major and the key of D major. And that is the little game that is being played here in the tonic and dominant arpeggios. We're starting here, this first circle here is a G major arpeggio, G, B, D, G. Then the next one, D, F sharp, A, D, is a D major arpeggio. Now this D, as we've said, is a nice one because it can help me get back into the G major arpeggio, which you can see here. D, B, G, D. And actually this G should go with that as well. And then here we can go back again, F sharp, D, A. And if I show you this as well, we know that D, F sharp, A was the D major arpeggio, wasn't it? Now let's play this song, because if you're thinking, whoa, that's way beyond me, that is totally fine. And I promise you we're quickly going to come away from the music theory and we're going to play this song now. So feel free to join me. I'll play it for you here. I'll count us in for 2 and we're going super slowly. 1, 2. previously about the fact that if you are able to spot arpeggio patterns in your music and you learn your arpeggios, it makes learning new pieces a lot easier because you recognize where the patterns are and you already have them in your head. And this is one of the reasons why sometimes we play arpeggios simply to pave the way for new music, and that's definitely the case here. So I'm hoping that despite this being a little bit theoretical today, you can see the purpose of me including this, and also maybe, just maybe, the fun of playing it. Good luck with your practice. If you've got any questions, why not jot them down in the comment section down below this video. Thanks very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you soon.